Okay, and that's a Syrian Exile, so I should be able to put that on here without wiping it. Oh, it's easy, this game. This game is so easy. Hey all, and welcome back to Fuzzy Dutsy Gaming, and a really quick and dirty video just to show an update on the character. I guess on day 1 and 2, because it's sort of midnight now, on Saturday. So I've played quite a lot. I didn't level through the campaign and finish till this morning. Did about 5 hours on the launch night on Friday. Then I had a few bits I had to do, so I interacted with the lead mechanic quite a bit. So I think by the end of the day Friday, I was at 8 maybe. Then I finished up in the morning, and then I've just done various mapping sessions today. There'll be a few highlights to show for the character, but I thought the main thing would be to go through the gear, what I've got and what I'm going to aim for now, because with looking at the gear you can get with the new mods, they're going to totally surpass anything you could get with the old influence items. But there's a lot of mods in the pool, so it might take a while to roll. So the characters through Uber Lab, they're 88. And I've got mostly the new stuff on my gear. Some of it's good, some of it's totally irrelevant, and some of it's really good. So I'm just going to go bit by bit through the gear, how I crafted it, and also how I made my money during the first day or two of the league. So I've spent, I would say, probably about 150 chaos on gear, and then I've got 65 chaos left. In terms of farming, I've literally just been doing essences. Essences, these nodes are absolutely insane, especially this one here, where you can duplicate shrieking essences when it's combined with essences found in the area are higher, chance to have 3 additional essences, and then also the one down here that guarantees an essence. This is on any map as well. You can go into a tier 3 map and you can walk out with like 40 chaos worth of essences. The essences I've been making my money from are the ones for all the explosive arrow boys. So the +2 2 bows, they were going for 7 chaos each, and I probably farmed 15 to 20 of them, sold them. So the other thing I was doing to make money was in Delve. I was looking for any fire nodes, and I was looking to get the fire curse on hit rings with 20% increased effect, because these were going for between 40 chaos to 100 chaos depending on the roll. I found 3 of these, made about 150 C from the rings. All I did really was look at what people were using for explosive arrow, because that was what a lot of the player base are using. And then I just farm those items. So it would be, the essences for the bows and then the flammability on hit rings. And it worked really well. Haven't really made much money from anything else. Essence stack is looking pretty good. I've used a few of them for crafting, which we'll go through in a minute with the gear. I say essence tab is already looking really full, because you get so many essences in every single map. Is pretty insane. I've also gone Harbingers, but to be honest, I've been pretty disappointed with Harbingers. I've got all of the nodes, and it's like, it makes the map, I mean, it adds quantity to the map, but it does make the map difficult when you've got horrible mods like a corrupted one that you've got to complete. And they drop next to nothing. I haven't had anything good from them yet, but we'll keep them. Then I'm going to boss over here to the boss nodes over here. So I've done both the mini bosses. I have no idea about the mechanics on either of them at the moment. We just kind of lucked our way through with a couple of deaths for each one, because the first time you encounter them, I think it's like level 78, 79. They don't have a lot of health, so as long as you got half decent damage, you're going to get them down. I'm slowly figuring out the mechanics, but I didn't want to go and look at what's happened, because I wanted to just go in fresh, which I did. I think maybe once we get to the higher level ones, like the T16 ones, then I'm really going to have to figure out the mechanics. But it's something I want to do on my own rather than look up videos. And then if I really fail hard, then I might look up some guides on how to do it. I think I'm figuring out some of the mechanics, but I haven't got them both down yet. In terms of leveling, it was really, really enjoyable. And with the lead mechanic, you could make sure that you could get your claws leveled up if you needed new claws, or if you needed some movement speed boots. You could just target farm certain things in the lead mechanic that made leveling really smooth and actually really fun. So I ended up taking like 7 hours to get through the campaign, which is quite a long time for me, but I was really enjoying interacting with the lead mechanic. So I thought we'd carry that on. And the way I started was really just to stay in low tier maps and try and get as much of the bottom bit of the Atlas done as I can. So we're at 76 at the moment. And now we're pushing on onto the red map. So I've done a few T16s and they're fairly comfortable. The only issue I'm having at the moment is when you have to corrupt them and run them, you have to run them as they land, and they've been horrible. I've had one to like minus 12 max rares with vulnerability on here, and your auras have 60% less effect. Just loads of things combined. So the character is certainly not deathless. They were until I started just throwing myself at content. So I've died 12 times. A few of those were to the new bosses, and the other ones were in maps where I realistically know I was going to die, but I'd juiced them, I'd corrupted them, and I needed them for completion, so I had to run them. So we'll go through the gear, and then I'll just showcase a T16 map at the end that we've just run for a Kirak mission. So the claw's fairly decent. I do need to upgrade the attack speed on it, and if I get an Exile, I'll probably do that because the claw's actually really decent. It's got okay flat lightning, I think it's tier 3. It's got cold damage, some crit chance, decent crit multi, and attack speed. It's all I need really until I start looking for a fractured claw. So what I'll probably do is upgrade this attack speed, probably even with an Exalt, because you wouldn't be able to buy this claw for an Exalt if I put that attack speed on it. The helmet, I just bought a lightning strike, pierces 2 additional targets. Dex base, I think it was 15 or 20 chaos. I've just rolled it with life essences, and then I'm just slowly putting the new modifiers on it. So at the moment, we've just got 16% increased attack damage, and I've run out of the currency. I bought the 6-link chest. That was 74 chaos. And then I've just used the biggest life essence that I had said. All these essences were farmed. They didn't cost me anything. And then I've just been hitting again orbs trying to get an aura. So the Grace one's pretty decent. Grace has 22% increased aura effect. I'll keep that, and then I'll just keep re-rolling. I think it's the Syrian Exile one. Yeah, so the Syrian Exile one, I've not had anything good. I've had something like if you get frozen, it's 50% less, which doesn't matter for me because I'm ailment immune. Obviously, this one, they take increased chaos damage, doesn't help me at all. The shield I bought for 7 chaos. This was just, I was trying to get a shield crafted and it just wasn't working, so I just gave up and bought them from trade. All I really wanted from this shield was 30% chance to avoid ailments. The boots I need to replace. There's something I just picked up in Syndicate. They got movement speed, not very much life, not very much resistances, and really garbage implicits, which do nothing for me whatsoever. The belt is, again, not very good. It's got life strength, very low LE damage to attacks, and then I've just crafted dual res. The gloves are the item that I was the most shocked with. This was just a random pair of gloves that I was crafting and just throwing orbs at, basically, because I had these lesser orbs. They don't really sell for very much. I knew you could get +1 strike, and I knew you could get pierce, so I only had about 4 orbs, just chucked them out, and this is what I ended up with. So super lucky, and it means I've been able to drop Ancestral Call. But then I do know a few people that have rolled these, so I don't think it's a super rare mod. It's just the fact you might take 40, 50, 60 to roll them. But the lesser ones I think are only a chaos. They might even be less. So this is like the lowest tier that you can get, and then it goes up to +4 on each, I believe. The rings are just bog standard rings, and they've got life, stats, resistances. Nothing really very special. They've just got a lot of res and life. And then the amulet is a corrupted amulet that I found. Again, there's nothing special on this, and it's the thing I'll be looking to replace next. It's just life and resistances and nothing else. And then we're just running the bog standard flasks. And then the 6-link is as per, but all the other jewels are as per the guide, the gems, so I'm not going to go through them. They're getting up to early 19, so nearly at 20, so we can flip them. And that's kind of where the build is at the moment. And I'm just having fun mapping. I'm going to push into T14, T16s tomorrow, try and get some Conquerors down and just test the build out a bit more. So I'll leave you with a showcase, which is just the first T16 map I've been able to do, and it was through a Kirak mission. And it looks like once you get the red Kirak missions, I've had 2 and they've all been T16s. Every single map that he's offered me has been T16s. And then I'm saving up a few of the scout reports. These seem to drop fairly regularly, so I was going to spec into these on the tree, but I don't think I'm going to bother now. That's really it for the video. There's been a lot of people just asking me to post an update because I can't always stream, so I'll stream a bit, then I'll go offline, then I'll stream again. So I think on my Twitch channel, there's a VOD for the first, I think, 8 acts on Friday night. Then there's a bit of really early, like T2 to T5 mapping this morning. And then there's some sort of yellow and early red tier maps as well from this evening. But that covers this video. What I'm going to do is try and put together a video in the next couple of days that shows the mods that you really want to aim for each item and whether it's better to go for this or influencer items. So that should be coming out in the next few days. I hope everyone's enjoying the build and equally had a good league start. As always, thanks for watching. Take care and see you in the next video.